nonsense, sir. It's truth. It's fact. The tapes depict it, and our experience confirms it.
And what about you two? You're gonna go live in outer space also?
General, sir, I have to admit Dr. Elliott was very convincing, and the recorder holograph was a nice touch too. But if all this stuff about a homeworld were true, why haven't they sent their armies to come and whip us back into shape? Wouldn't the Council of Three keep all the duranium for themselves? I mean, why would they just sit back and let us have it?
And if it is so important for us to know all this, then why did Dr. Elliott just live on the surface and go about his business? If you want my opinion, sir, I think that Rangers Carey and Johnson are working in conjunction with him, trying to start a revolution and destroy the hive.
Yeah, right. Elliot saved your life.
I'm so glad you're safe.
Heather, you shouldn't be here. This is an official inquiry.
Daddy, what's going on? Why is Jay being held?
Sweetheart, it's complicated, all right? Why don't you go on home and I'll be there in a few minutes.
I'm not leaving until you tell me what's going on.
He's calling me a traitor, huh? Because I'm trying to speak the truth.
You're trying to start a revolution, and if you talk to my daughter again, I'll kill you. You understand? Heather, Jay had some difficulty on the surface, and it's going to take him a little while to get his head on straight.
That's not true, Heather. I found out why our lives are like this, and nobody wants to hear it. We weren't meant for this place. There's more to life than what we've been told.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't come down sooner. I'm sorry I stayed above for so long. I was afraid. I was afraid. I don't know why I was afraid. I'm not from here. I never really wanted to stay here that much. I've always wanted to go home. Don't be afraid. People should have a chance to know who they are. People should have a chance to go home someday. I've never even seen home. But I will now.
Get us a medic down here. Get these men to their cells. I want to know what's going on. Go ahead.
Sir, we have a problem with the mass data transmission system.
What, they got another bug in their system there?
No. There's an unauthorized mass holographic transmit. Something about a Jardine or Jardin.
No. I'll take care of that. This is treason. I don't know how you did it, but I know somebody's gonna hang for it.
Daddy, why are you yelling?
Heather, sweetheart, what are you doing here? Where are Rangers Carey and Johnson?
I guess they had some stuff to take care of. A lot of people are going to be moving today, and they volunteered to help.
Heather, please don't tell me you released them.
Okay, I won't.
Sweetheart, look, I know that you think you love Jay, but you just don't understand what you're getting into. Something changed those men. They were changed on the surface.
Yeah, Dad, the truth will do that.
The truth? What, that 300-year-old holographic data? You have any idea how corrupted that data could be? Not to mention the idea of data tampering or rendering error, outdated recording protocols.
Dad, I saw it myself. It's real. I'm done with the hive.
No. Heather, look, don't say that, okay? It doesn't have to be one or the other. Those men, they're extremists. They're radicals. They want everyone to think the same way they do, and they're willing to go to any lengths to make sure that they convince the weak-minded. What's more, Heather, they're criminals. They infiltrated our secure information network this morning and mass transmitted that holographic data to every module in the hive. If they're caught, they could go to prison for the rest of their lives. They could be banished from the hive.
Daddy, Cliff and Jay were still in the cell when the data was transmitted.
What are you saying, Heather?
I'm trying to tell you that I didn't let them out until after I had transmitted the data. I used your secure military uplink myself.
But now, my friends, there's a different way to live. We're not meant for this place. We're sent here for a season to glean the resources of this planet for the homeworld, the Council of Three. So now let us return to our original purpose, our true allegiance. But when we believe this world is our home, everything we say and do is based on that belief. Our thoughts, words, deeds, and attitudes, they all stem from this single perspective. Just look what we eat and wear, and strive for the truth of this. So join me in turning your backs against this corrupted way of life. Follow me to the surface, where we can live in the light. Complete our mission, and anticipate a day when we can all live together in the homeworld. For this is not our home.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because I believe it. And I realized you weren't even going to give the people a chance to hear Elliot's message. You planned on silencing him and locking up the Rangers before the people even had a chance to hear what they'd come to say.
That doesn't even make any sense, Heather. How could I possibly have known what they were going to say? I was trying to protect our people from a potentially dangerous situation. That's my job. We didn't know if those men had been captured by the Mercs. I'd never heard of this doctor before. What was I supposed to do? Just hand them the keys to the hive and offer to make them a sandwich?
You know that's not what I'm talking about.
Honestly, Heather, I have no idea what you're talking about. But if we're going to keep you from spending the rest of your life in this cell, we've got to act fast. There are a lot of loose ends to tie up.
You mean like you tied up the fact that you'd seen Dr. Elliot before? Because I'm not sure I like the way you tie up loose ends.
What's that supposed to mean? What are you suggesting?
Recognize that? That's the knife you keep in your case in the den. Only yesterday, I didn't pull it out of a case. It came out of a man.
You don't honestly believe it. I mean, somebody could have stolen that
Daddy,
from my
just
case.
stop it. I saw the way he looked at you before he died, like he knew you. How many people can actually get to a prisoner under guard? You know what? I checked with the guards last night. And you know what they told me? They said they don't remember how Dr. Elliot got out of his cell. I mean, you didn't even tell me that Jay was in the hive until you had practically condemned him as a traitor already. Were you just gonna pretend like he didn't even come back? Why would you do that if you didn't already know what he was going to say?
Heather, there is so much that you don't understand.
You're right. I don't understand. Did you actually have somebody killed yesterday? Why?
I gave him a chance, okay? I told him not to come down here again.
You did know him. Why do you pretend like this is all there is?
Okay, I met him. I met him, just like Jay did on the surface. When I was a ranger, I met him, and he showed me the information on that recorder. I just couldn't accept it. Heather, it was too much. After all that I had sacrificed, after all that our ancestors had given, to just walk away from all of that on the word of a traitor?
It was our ancestors who were the traitors, not Dr. Elliot.
No, I don't think that the brave actions of a few patriots willing to sacrifice everything in order to get out from underneath the control of someone else can be called traitorous, Heather. I want to be free too. I don't want the homeworld telling me what to do. I don't want to have some council dictating my every action. The hive represents life and liberty and unlimited opportunity.
Look around you. What kind of life is this? What kind of opportunity do we have here? Life is supposed to be purposeful, not just pleasurable. It's supposed to be fulfilling, not just free. Life in the hive is no life at all because it was founded on the principles of selfishness, rebellion, and deceit.
No, that's not true.
And before you tell me that's not true, let me just remind you, you're the one who had a perfectly decent man murdered for those very reasons. No, Dad. Hive's not about life. It's a burial ground. Life's supposed to be about truth. And the truth is, we belong on the surface.
Okay, so what? You choose the surface and your homeworld over your own father?
Dad, there's no reason why I should have to choose between them. You belong up there too. We belong there together. Maybe even one day we could explore the homeworld together, but I can't take you with me. You've got to make your own contact with the Council of Three. I love you, Dad, but if you stay down here, you do it alone. Hopefully, I'll see you up there.